Esteemed dignitaries and members of government, our BRICS partners and colleagues, my fellow South Africans attending, and everyone present. From South Africa, it is a good afternoon. While I may not be able to join you all physically and engage in the intellectual work that all of us are engaged with as a BRICS family, the debates, discussions, and all that is in the Raisina Dialogues this year are close to my heart. I would have loved to be there, but I'm here, but also know that I'm with you in spirit and completely in support of Raisina Dialogues, our important dialogues. I want to extend my appreciation and sincere gratitude to my friend, Dr. Samir Saran, the dynamic team, the diligent team who have organized this year's event. We've been friends for a very long time in the BRICS family, and that we are engaged in such dialogues today, organized by yourselves, I think it is something that we should not take for granted. There is much preparation behind the scenes, I can imagine, that we must acknowledge and applaud all of you who have worked so diligently in putting all of this together. So from my side, from South Africa's side, it is a big thank you to all of you for doing the necessary work of pushing our agenda forward, of thinking about our common developmental challenges, our common agenda as a BRICS family. Indeed, I want to emphasize the word preparation. It invokes, for me and for many others, I can imagine, much consideration in contemplating how far we have come and how far we have yet to go as a BRICS bloc. I want us to pause and consider that. We have come a long way as a BRICS bloc. There is, however, so much that needs to be done. And the Raisina Dialogues are about mapping that future that we all want, that the future that we all envisaged when we started as a family. In many ways, this year feels as if it is fast approaching a confluence within global governance. We are emerging into a post-pandemic reality. And some would even argue we are not even in the post-pandemic reality. We are still faced with a pandemic. But I want to be optimistic and talk about a post-pandemic reality. It is a post-pandemic reality haunted by specters of potential pandemics, future pandemics, battling to regain whatever economic momentum some of our countries had enjoyed 3 to 4 years prior. We are also grappling with new technological paradigms and new realities that many labor forces are facing across many sectors. I want us, as we think through this post-pandemic reality, to also consider that there are many other challenges that we need to confront together as a BRICS bloc, from health to economic to political, global governance, also technological, as I have alluded, and across sectors. And as a BRICS family, a BRICS bloc, we've grappled with this in different ways. But I want to also applaud us as a BRICS bloc of how we have embraced each other through the difficult years of the pandemic. I want to also congratulate ourselves for the enormous work that we also did behind the scenes in holding together what holds us together as a BRICS family, that we did not disintegrate. And I think the BRICS bloc, many people would have assumed that now it's COVID, we are dealing with a health crisis, we're going to disintegrate as a family. We did not. And I want us to at least pause and congratulate ourselves. There's a lot that still needs to be done. Let me also say a couple of things. As a BRICS family, we have also ventured into a world where multipolarity is gaining momentum, and it cannot be ignored. We cannot ignore that. And I'm hoping that with our dialogues, our Raisina dialogues, we will consider this world that is changing fast. Here's a question that I think we need to grapple with through these dialogues and a number of other engagements that we're going to have. How prepared are we really when it comes to taking advantage of the opportunities in our space, the BRICS space? Are we prepared? Do we want to be prepared? And why should we even be prepared? We want to be prepared so that the ideals that we set out when we established BRICS are fully realized and are fully realized very soon. As we know in our different countries, we don't have much time. We don't have the luxury of time. Our different spaces, our citizens are asking us, what are the benefits of BRICS? We need to make sure that they don't ever have to ask those questions. We need to take advantage of those opportunities. We need to spell them out very clearly for our different common BRICS citizens. The uniqueness of each of the BRICS members, our families, our strengths, our mutual challenges, all of this is evident in our bilateral, multilateral interactions. I want us, as we move forward, to consider a number of things. That we are more than just a bloc across global governance architecture. We are a community, one that is robust, that discusses challenges within these technical platforms, these many other platforms, and one that respects the need for counterpoints within the Global South. BRICS has been and continues to be this much needed counterpoint, upholding multilateralism where it has not always been championed. The next 3 years present an opportunity. I've talked about opportunities earlier on. Here's an opportunity. The next 3 years presents an opportunity for BRICS to further solidify its position, our position. To me, the question is not whether BRICS can seize this development first moment, but how should we seize this moment, this opportunity? Global governance platforms are essential, and being responsive to the needs of the developing world need to be achieved through a trade-off with geopolitical priorities and realities. BRICS, through the 3 pillars by which its work is coordinated, has shown that strategic cohesion can be achieved while it's looking out for the people, our citizens that should benefit from our work. As you know, we've had enormous success with the BRICS Vaccine Research and Development Center. For example, as academics, we've said that that was important. Our leaders embrace that. We've also championed the BRICS New Development Bank, and now it needs to grow. And it needs to speak to the realities and our needs as envisaged. We've also had our unique moment in thinking through the network of BRICS universities. I know that all of these spaces still needs to be championed, and we need to focus our energies on cooperating so that all of these unique opportunities that we have brought to bear are fully realized. There are challenges that lie ahead. I have no doubt that all of us will be fully equipped to dealing with these challenges. This also brings me to another point around preparation. Through our BRICS outreach activities across the Global South, and in seeking and discussing areas of commonality with like-minded partners in the Global North, BRICS should always prioritize its commonly agreed upon tenets and strive to work towards deepening areas of mutual cooperation. We should ensure that on matters of our collective agreement, any prospective nation who wishes to engage with us must also share these values. That's important. These are values of multilateral institutional reform, Because if we don't insist on that, we will find our voice diluted. We should also be prepared to start work now as Brazil and South Africa, acknowledging that success is not overnight. There are matters of mutual interest that must be sustained from India's presidency. And I know with the kind of energy that has come through from India over the years as I've been working with all of you, I know that our vision will be realized through your work. There are many challenges, not only of unemployment, poverty, and inequality that we are all grappling with. I'm hoping that the Raisina Dialogue will take us a step closer to realizing the developmental goals that we all aspire to. Thank you.